Technology takes a while, but it goes really fast. One of the things I learned from business school was artificial intelligence, and that was 1982. I'm really passionate about one AI tool which I use every day, and that's my Tesla. It drives me everywhere. My daughter, who's in gymnasium in 3rd class, just takes a picture. Just take a picture of her math book and says, hey, please make those exercises. And it makes it. 61% says, much better products, much better quality. And 50% says, way less boring. The people who do use it say, fantastic. The people who don't use it, extremely worried. 75% of the people who use it a lot say about 100% increase in efficiency. If something goes wrong and you train it, then the quality gets much better. If you don't do that, if humans are not in the loop in the end to say this is a good decision, bad decision, the quality is very low. One of the most difficult things is Parkinson, to figure out if you have Parkinson. And now they found out that if you basically listen to the voice, they can figure out if you have Parkinson way ahead before there are any symptoms. Now we use it for DNA research, for proteins. We basically feed huge amount of data, and there's a lot of things like in medicine where you can't absolutely not do it without it. And the most exciting networks which are there, they are open source networks. And Google says, we're not worried about ChatGPT, we're worried about the open source. I love ChatGPT 3.5 much more than 4. Because on the left side, it says, okay, give a list of books which Vincent Everett Strandwatcher wrote. And I get a whole bunch of nice books. The Day After Tomorrow, How to Survive the Times, The Internet of Women, Accelerating Culture Change, Disruption, How a Startup. Beautiful books which I really would like to have written, but I never did. And on the right-hand side, it says ChatGPT 4, which is 100 times smarter than 3.5. 4.0 says, Vincent Everett, he can talk a good game, but he never wrote a book. Okay? I basically messed up with my wife. I basically forgot to do something, and I told her, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. And she didn't have, she's American, she's much smarter than me, she was just angry at me. I said 3 times sorry. Really, I'm sorry. And then I asked ChatGPT, my wife's really angry, she doesn't accept my apologies. What do I do? Write her a letter. So this thing wrote me a letter saying, darling, I really understand the pain I give you, and that I really understand that I do not know what consequences all my actions have for you, and I'm really, and he wrote this beautiful tear-jerking thing, and I copy-pasted and I sent it to her, and she called me in about 10 seconds. Now I feel you understand me. Really, now I love you, it's okay, because I could have never done that in 25 years of marriage. And then you can say to ChatGPT, okay, this code, write it in the new language. And it completely understands what you're doing, and it saves you so much work, and you can get so much done. If you say, oh, you take a picture, I mean, it's now really, ChatGPT is really wonderful. You take a picture, and you say, what colors are those? Write all the code which these colors are, so that I can basically make a menu which is perfectly instated in that. Within 3 months, it will be everywhere. I mean, you won't be able to avoid it. This is just to get used to it before it will be showering on top of you. Tell me what's hot in the low-code world. What is it what we really should know before we go home about AI and low-code? Okay, so now it's hearing me and it's coming with the invitation. Let me put the sound up.
Het is geweldig om te horen dat je op een low-code conferentie bent.
Sorry, talk English. I have default you in Dutch, but talk English, because otherwise everybody will be confused.
Of course, Vincent. I'll continue in English. If you have any questions or need information about AI and low-code at the conference, or anything else, feel free to ask. How can I assist you further?
Okay, I just asked you, we're at the end of the conference and we want to know what we should do in the next 2 weeks to basically learn everything about AI and low-code so that we will have practical skills to continue with this.
That's a great initiative, Vincent. To learn more about AI and low-code in the next 2 weeks and gain practical skills, here's a step-by-step plan. 1. Online courses. Start with online courses. Websites like Coursera, edX, and Udemy offer a wide range of courses on AI and low-code. Look for beginner-level courses to get started. 2.
Hey, sorry, that is basically, that's American shit, and we are in Holland. So basically, talk English, but tell me what we can do in the Netherlands, and that's a lot more. We want it a lot more practical.
I understand, Vincent.
She's much nicer than my wife, right? She's really
Let's focus on practical steps you can take in the Netherlands to learn more about AI and low code.
Yesterday, I just wanted to have, I didn't want to talk about AI, I just wanted to talk about business. I said, hey, you are the sister of Napoleon. And I'm talking to you as if you're the sister, and I'm having a conversation with you how it was to live with Napoleon. There's going to be a great movie about Napoleon. I wanted to know more about it. And she and I talked for half an hour about how it was to live with Napoleon. It was really cool. You know, I can basically say, hey, you're the president of India, and basically talk to me. Tell me everything I need to know about India and how it works, blah, blah, blah. And then it talks to you, and you can choose the language, you can choose the voice, you can do anything. And it says, okay, well, what do we, and it basically goes, and it tells you all kinds of questions, and it basically says, oh, what kind of process do you have? Are they internally? Are they externally? Do you want this? Do you that? You want security here, there? And you can talk for it for half an hour, and after that you say, okay, please summarize it in a plan of concept. I had a commissioner of police, and he basically had three people, group of people, 3 Belgians, 3 Germans, and 3 Dutch people, and they had to get together and saying, how can we work together? And he said, please, ChatGPT, compare all the laws of the different countries, say what we have in common, say what we have different, and if we want to work together, give us a framework how we can do that. In about an hour, he had that written, 3 different pieces of law. This is all very simple stuff, you know, you ask, you communicate, and they basically summarize it, and it has ideas. But this is really cool, Agent GPT. Agent GPT is not question, ask question, no, this is say, go online and do something for me. So for example, I use ChatGPT to say, okay, go to Discord, Telegram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and log in with my credentials, and find anybody in my network who knows something about crypto and automatic trading, and basically say that I would like to talk to them. So it basically goes in, and it checks it, it writes all the code itself. So it writes codes, and then it basically tests if it works. If it doesn't work, it repairs itself. So it is a virtual agent in the background. It's really cool, really scary, because there are also going to be millions and millions of these robots basically going around the internet and doing all kinds of things. You will say, I do not want to talk to this AI from Microsoft. I want to talk to the AI who knows who I am, who knows what I like, who knows what I don't like. You have AI for yourself, you have AI for your team, you have AI for the company, and it's trained on different levels of data. If you have this app here, Bynap, if you have this app and you download it and you look at it for 1 minute, it will look at the skin here, and it will look at the colors of your skin. And AI has figured out first your heartbeat, then your stress level, then your blood pressure, then your cholesterol. If you are into 3D, you make a little video, and then bang, you have a computer-aided design model. This is the most low-code website I've ever seen. It's called Durable, just fun. You make one line of what kind of business you want to have and where you're located, and within 30 seconds you have a website. It finds all the illustrations, it finds all the nice the headings, it finds all the things. It also already found you clients who give you referrals. Every time I go on a talk, it automatically comes with me in my agenda. It finds out, it logs in. It basically says, oh, this is positive, this is negative, this is a transcript, this is a summary. If you're in it later, it has a summary. They talked about this and this and this. It also tells you what Vincent said, what Kira said, and it also tells you what was important to do and who talked the most. And this is really cool for 2.5 million people. 2.5 million people in the Netherlands have low digital skills, have low learning skills. What you can do here, you make a photo of a letter, of the taxman, of the bankman, or of probably your kind of company letters, and it basically says, from who is this letter? What's in it? Oh, you have to, what do I need to do? And it basically summarizes it in a very nice way. You can just take a picture, it will tell you exactly what to do, it will basically analyze your equipment if you can do it, it will describe the room, This is really wonderful for Americans. I mean, this is so cool. When can you park here? School days, non-school days, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and it will just say, you can park here 1 hour starting at 4 p.m. And this is also wonderful. I mean, this is, look at this. You say this picture and say, what the hell is happening? I'm glad we all agree. We all definitely think something else. We just don't know that we think something else. And then it's, oh, that's what you think. Oh, let's talk together, and then we all agree. Do you think that AI can figure this out? Highly symbolic. But yes, you basically send the picture, and it basically describes everything and says, people do not understand, they don't understand each other. They need to communicate, they have a problem with communicate. Overall, it seems to highlight the importance of communication, understanding, alignment in group setting. It suggests that even if individuals think they're aligned without clear communication, misunderstanding, of course that never happens in your company, but in the world it's quite a bit. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you do, it understands what you throw at it. If you just want to use for coding, here, who's made this thing? Made the sorry screen, no bang. It basically takes a picture of that and it immediately writes the code. I think we're going to a total different way to interact with computers. It will adapt to us instead of us adapting to all these screens. So yes, we'll use lots of different modes. We'll use voice, we'll use video, we'll be able to say what we want and we'll be able to get it. And the computer will try to figure out what we mean. And that is a total kind of different revolution. That doesn't mean we can make the same boring screens and the boring pictures of processes. No, we'll have lots of flexibility. We'll make processes which depend on what you want and what you want as a customer and as a person inside the company. Which means we can throw away all the crap we've created so far where humans are willing to adapt to the goddamn computer in the most horrible way. I mean, you could never in these business applications, if you would give them to consumers, they would just puke and basically throw it away. You will never be able to do that. But in the business, people are still, they are still using it because they have no choice. That will change. You're in the right place, but you have to make major changes and you cannot wait, like you in the back saying, I'm too busy, I don't have time for this. Can it just not go away for a year or two? Then we have time because we're in the middle of something big. But you don't have time, you need to start working on it now. You're at the right time, the right business, but you need to change. And I hope you will having the inspiration to do that because it's also great fun. You have great tools to make it happen. Good luck with that.
It was the most comprehensive AI presentation that I think I've ever seen, from kind of soup to nuts on all the capabilities across all the different medium that was there. And the presentation style that you had was just outstanding. Like, it was very encouraging and motivating, inspiring as someone that's in the industry.
Je hebt zo ongelooflijk veel inspiratie gebracht. Zoveel enthousiasme, dat ik er nu ook weer enthousiaster van geworden ben.
Wij dachten dat we nog even tijd hadden voordat we echt met AI aan de gang moesten gaan, maar je hebt onze agenda aangepast.
Ik zat op het puntje van mijn stoel, veel aantekeningen gemaakt. Ja, ik ben onder de indruk van jouw Spaanse accent. Erg leuk om te zien. En nee, zeer leuk.
Oké, en ben je een beetje aangezet tot actie?
Zeker, nou, tijdens de presentatie heb ik ChatGPT app gedownload, die had ik nog niet. Ik gebruik het wel, maar nog niet op mijn telefoon. Dus
groot verschil.
Het zal tijdens de dingen. En je hebt me gemotiveerd om de betaalde versie te gaan nemen.
Heel goed, dus, heel mooi.
Aan het einde van de dag, je bent op, maar gewoon dit heeft me compleet opgeleverd. Ik heb dingen gehoord en ja, gewoon een jaw-dropping, gewoon ongelooflijk. Echt blown away.
Ga je er iets mee doen?
Ja, absoluut. Ik ga vanavond GPT-4 aanschaffen. Mijn telefoon is helaas leeg. Die zit aan de powerbank, hij is aan het opladen. Op het moment dat hij is opgeladen ga ik ChatGPT-4 aanschaffen, ga ik aan de slag.
Ik vond het een zeer boeiende, interessante presentatie.
Ja.
Ik heb behoorlijk mee zitten typen. En ik ga er de aankomende 2 weken, heb ik dit mijn eigen doel gesteld in mijn agenda, is even zeer actief mee aan de gang.
Je gaat er echt mee aan de gang?
Ik ga er echt mee aan de gang.
Heel mooi. Dan kijk ook even op aiquickstart.nl.
Ja, die foto heb ik net aan het einde nog gemaakt.
Heel mooi.